Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. I am Alex.
I am Eric.
How wacky, Eric, is it that I'm in one ear?
And I'm in the other ear.
Got him. How have things been up in your neck of the woods?
Well, this year we're coming in loud and clear. No wax over here, that's for sure.
Oh, perfect. This side, this is your deaf side. You really got to stop shooting guns left-handed. That's your problem. It's never gonna. You blew this eardrum out. Also, scuba diving last week. Should have done 2 more ear checks, but you didn't. So now
No,
you're
you
deaf,
did
man.
not. That's
That's
a
a
tough one. That's a tough go.
problem.
That's all I
It's a
gotta
tough,
say. It's
tough go.
tough.
How down here in Woburn, Eric, it is wet and wild. It is not quite the hot tubby summer I was promised, but
Well, Alex, it's not even
pretty crazy.
it's not even a hot tubby summer anymore. That ended a few days ago.
Oh my goodness, what? I was expecting the hottest of tubby summers.
Well, you're too late because hot tubby
Oh,
summer is over. It is now time for the hot tubby fall. That's right. And we're just rolling it right through.
I thought it was a chill bathy fall instead of a hot tubby fall.
That was terrible.
Brisk,
Yikes.
showery winter.
Well, Alex, tubby is not the tub, not the
Oh,
vessel to hold water in. It's all about the Teletubbies. So that's why this autumn is the autumn of uh
oh, I know. Right after this autumn is going to be the wacky winter of Wiggles.
well, obviously, but
Wiggly wacky winter.
it's gonna be the wacky Wiggles winner.
Uh-huh.
But as for now, I don't really know what the fall is.
I don't know what the fall is either, but I do know what follows the wacky Wiggles winter.
Oh gosh, what happens in the spring?
Bob's builds the roads back better spring.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
Bob's builds the roads back better spring because I don't think the infrastructure is not going to be able to handle this wacky Wiggles winter, that's for sure.
There's no way. If Uncle Joe doesn't come in big with the that transportation stimmy money, Eric, I don't know, man. We're gonna be in trouble if he can't boost the transportation sector.
I mean, the Wiggles they're gonna be spilling fruit salad all over the place. Just you wait.
Exactly. Oh, it's gonna be a disaster.
It's gonna be a scary time. That's all I can say. Alex,
All right.
we have been talking a lot about seasons, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna talk about my favorite season of all for this week's main topic.
Ooh, I'm ready.
It's the Johor Zoo, the zoo in Johor Bahru, Johor, Malaysia.
Oh, wait, the Johor Zoo?
Yeah, the
First of
Johor
all,
Zoo.
it's always Johor Zoo season time. Obviously, that's every season.
I mean, obviously. So I've been to Malaysia once or twice, but
Yeah, who hasn't?
nothing was better than when I was there in 2016. When the state government actually approved the relocation of the zoo from Johor Bahru to 50 acres of land in Iskandar Puteri with a budget of 53 million local monies.
That was pretty wackadoodle, dude. What was the best animal you saw while you were at the zoo?
Probably the local Malaysians. Wait, wait,
Wait, oh, whoa,
that sounds
Eric.
bad.
Yeah.
The local Malaysian monkeys that were hanging out.
Those are the ones that shake you down in order to get into the temple, right?
No. Those are the ones that steal all of your money and wallets, and they sort of work in a horde, in a little troop, if you will. And they hang around the a lot of the tourist sites because
Yeah,
the
I
tourists, they
saw that
assume,
documentary, Eric.
yeah, they think these little monkeys are innocent, but no, they're gonna take all your stuff and then maybe, eat a French fry or two.
See, I saw a documentary, Eric, that was narrated by David Attenborough about these creatures, and it was named Orangutan Oliver Twist. And it's about a group of these monkeys that go around. It really gets into how these monkeys, Eric, it's how they come up and when you're least suspecting them, these down on their luck monkeys, when you're least suspecting it, they pick you clean.
I mean, they're ruthless. That
Yeah,
they
that's why you
are.
got to watch out for Orangutan Oliver Twist.
Yeah. Want to know another fun fact about Johor Zoo?
Yeah, what else is fun about the Johor Zoo?
That there are more than 100 animal species displayed in a variety of 28 exhibits.
That is a lot of animal species.
It's a lot, especially that they're, confined to only 28 exhibits. So
Hmm. When you ate all of the rare black dancing ants in your ant
they were
smoothie.
good. They were good. The rare white rhinoceroses were that was a little, the chef really cooked those up just
Okay,
perfect.
good. Yeah, I was say, did that lower the number of species, or did like get the stock back in and it rotates through?
Well, I mean, you don't wanna keep a stagnant, like, animals. That's no fun. Like, you bring a new fancy one in, it draws a lot of attention. Then once that hype goes down, you get rid of that and then rotate something else in.
Oh, I see. When the hype dies down for the exhibits, the hype builds up in the kitchen.
Obviously.
Ah, okay, that checks out. Well, Eric, I don't know how much more main topic we can stretch out of this.
Well, we can talk about one more thing, and
All
that's
right,
the very important thing, especially with how who knows what's gonna happen. Um, this winter, this upcoming Wacky Wiggles winter, Winter Wiggles is
yeah.
the zoo is actually accessible by the Mufakat bus route P101. And what is your opinion on if they're going to get Bob the Builder to build it better? What's the spring again?
Build the roads back better with
Yeah,
Bob
build
the
the roads
Builder.
back better with Bob the Builder spring.
I think in this Bob the Builder builds the roads back better spring that they are going to make improvements to not just the 102 line over there in Malaysia to get to the Johor Zoo, but also the 102 bus line.
That is beautiful. You said
Uh,
102 and 102. I know you meant 101 and 102, but
and
it's
10
okay.
exactly. And then they're also going to I just heard this too, Eric, that the 100, they're also working on that one, but that's not going to be
What?
ready until Hot Tubby Subber 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, that's good. That's
So,
good to hear.
yeah. The
Alex,
the Malaysian government's putting a lot of money into infrastructure. So
that's good. I
Mhm.
mean, they gotta put it into transportation somewhere because I don't know.
Well, hurricanes are getting really bad over there. So a lot of it's
Typhoons, buddy. They're typhoons over there.
a lot of it is into typhoon mitigation. They want to build a nuclear power plant with a big pump on it to pump all the water out, and they're trying to put it as close to an active volcano and earthquake prone area as possible because it worked out really well
Well,
for Japan.
I heard that the land right on the fault line is really cheap, and that's
Yeah.
perfect where the nuclear plant should go, and
Hmm.
also that they just use the seawater as a cooling water, so it's actually like 10 meters below sea level, so definitely no issues there.
Oh, definitely not at all. And only small amounts, up to a gram a day of uranium, leak out of the reactor proposed design into the surrounding seawater, which,
That
um,
should boost the wildlife out there. I heard if
yeah,
you pump
exactly,
more radiation into the fish, they just start breeding like crazy.
exactly. Yeah, they're trying to get if they figure if you can get more than one head per fish, then you can double or even triple in some cases the amount of fish head sales for the local fishermen, and so that's going to also boost the economy.
That's genius.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
All right, Eric, do you want to switch over to our new hot segment, breaking news?
Are we talking about the news? Let's talk about the news. I got some news to talk about. Alex, I have no news. This is breaking news. So
Breaking news. Do do
let
do do
us
do 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 do. Breaking
do
news.
breaking news. Do. We're
No
gonna
guarantee it's the
do
same news thing from before. I'm bad at this.
breaking news. Boo
All right,
boo
Eric.
boo.
This just in, hot off the presses. We got some breaking news. That's right. John Oliver commissions 5 separate duck stamp art photograph competition duck stamp oil paintings. All 5 of them rejected by all of the duck judges.
What? So
Hmm.
this is the John Oliver, famous for his coverage of the Yells marble races, of course.
Correct, exactly.
The
Although we
same
were covering
one.
them first, just saying. And this here, Mr. Oliver, Eric, he wants to support the Duck Stamp Foundation, which helps provide money to like wetland conservation. And so he submitted
Ew.
5 different portraits for the Duck Stamp
Okay,
and
okay, I
didn't get a
appreciate
single
that.
vote from the judges, which was
Wow,
tragic. You
that
would
is
think if this
tragic.
was entirely real, Duck with a Pearl Earring would have gone farther. Not to
I
mention
mean,
Last Week Tonight with John Oliver's Duck Hunting Hunters by Jose Moraway. I mean, currently that's at auction right now for $15,000, so it must be a good painting.
it's got to be good. It's got to be
Mm-hmm.
absolutely beautiful. I mean, oh man, those wetlands, they keep getting either wetter or landier, and sooner or later they'll just be wet or lands, not these wetlands, and that's a world I don't really want to live in.
That's true. Well, Eric, I got bad news for you.
What?
There's more breaking news. It involves wet and or lands. Are you ready for this? It's steaming, coming right off the Vermont presses.
I'm
just
scared.
like a hot the mist rising up out of the valley in a hot morning. This just in, you can see the Montreal skyline from the top of Campbell's Hump if like the weather's good and you look in the right spot and it's kind of reflecty that day.
And that. So where?
Yep, Montreal.
What are the wetlands in this?
Oh, Montreal is land on top of a wet.
Oh, that's
and
good.
So
that's
you can
good.
see
That's good.
its skyline from on top of the land above the wet, which is Lake Champlain.
Wow, that's poetry right there. If I knew better, I would say that this is a throwback and we are doing slam poetry because you just painted a beautiful image in my head. Honestly, hats off to you. Wow.
Eric, I am telling you, this breaking news is breaking harder than the Chaucy rock up in the notch.
Oh my gosh. That is those things sheer.
And it's bad. It's bad. You go look up a bouldering route up there and you're like, wait a minute, one of these holds is missing.
Yeah, I know. I know. Been there, done that.
You're up on the shark fin, you wedge a foot in, you're like, I don't know if this feels right.
And then boom, shark out of nowhere. Those rare notch sharks just come out of anywhere and everywhere.
They say Megalodon isn't real, but I saw Megalodon's fin up in the notch last weekend, Eric.
Yep. That was a big one.
After I stole your crash pad without telling you about it.
You did what?
I don't know what you're talking about. Plausible deniability.
You did all right. I'm getting mom in this podcast right now. We are settling this.
Oh, we're turning this podcast around.
This is an intervention. Alex, I'm here because I sometimes care about you, but more importantly, I care about my crash pad. Who do you think you are?
Oh, dude, we grabbed it. We made it feel inferior because the other better climbers.
Did you at least get consent from that crash pad?
No, not at all. We just threw it right on the ground, we wiped our feet right on it in order to help us get up the wall. And not only this, Eric, we embarrassed it in front of its friends because the other climbers with their beanies on, which is how you know they're good climbers.
Oh, were they shirtless too?
It was a little chilly, but yes.
Oh my gosh.
Because they were going for the send.
Well, you got to pop the top if you're trying to get to the top of the rock. If you want to pop, and then you got to shoot to the shop, out to the bop, and then you bop to pop the top. And yeah, that's just how it is.
It is a throwback to slam down poetry.
Alex,
Boom.
We never left. Poetry is in our DNA at this point. Some might say it's in our DNA, but that's just because we're born this way, and that's what we're going to do at the end of the day. We're throwing out rhymes, always looking like dimes, because that's right. Alex and Eric are here, and we're gonna be no, I don't know. I don't know how to finish it.
But that's okay, because what I set in motion is greater than the ocean. Don't worry, I'm pushing this potion, buddy. We're gonna go up there and lotion. I don't know, dude. I'm a little rusty.
Well, hey, you gotta apply your lotion because your hands are gonna be so
all scraggly from climbing all day in the cragglies.
Oh my goodness, Alex, we are good. Oh,
all right.
What's this? What's this? Breaking news? coming from mom's office. 2 boys are fake pretending to be poet/rappers. And that's right, local authorities are closing in, trying to put these abominations to rest. They say these rhymes have gone on for too long, and we gotta put them out of their misery.
Eric, you know what I always say?
What?
Don't do the rhyme if you can't do the time.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I'm not one for jail, but that's what we do even when it hails. Because I'm spitting bars so bad that I belong behind bars.
Ooh, rhyming bars with bars. That's how you know it's going well. All right, Eric, let's get out of Newstown and end the breaking news here. And let's get back to your regularly scheduled podcast. I have with me one question from the internet. Are there any more questions to be found, or is the ocean, as aforementioned, full of motion but no fish?
Well, the problem is all the wetness from that belch that I just had has saturated the lands. So now instead of ocean, we have wetlands, and everywhere is just wetland. Turtles are on the rise, frogs too, and no questions.
All right, Eric, this question comes to us from our comment section, and it says, Yo, Bros, it's Seth here. Let me tell you, I was shocked how uncivil my neighbor Steve is. What sort of mad lad steals his neighbor's porch? When I got back from Home Depot, I had his old porch on my patio. The worst part is, his deck was newer than mine, so I didn't even get to do my upgrades. Well, I'll show Steve a thing or two about courtesy. How should I get back at Steve when he's out at Costco stocking up on oatmeal and pasta shapes that are too wild to talk about here? He's into some freaky stuff. Thanks,
Oh
Seth.
my gosh. Well,
Yeah. Well, Eric, there's children listening to this podcast. That's a lie. There are grown adults listening to this podcast, and they might be offended.
Act like children.
That act like children. And so they might be. We can't mention those pasta shapes, Eric. We got to stick to strictly elbow, spaghetti, and
Rotini.
maybe rotini. That
man.
rotini's safe.
I'm a rotini lover from way back.
Now gametti.
Oh,
that's not going to make it past the censor.
Alex, we will get. If you say that one more time, we are going to get banned from YouTube forever, and we will have to put explicit warnings on everything.
That's true. That's true.
Let's see. What do we have? Yeah, that I'm a little scared, a little concerned. I know the things he's talking about, but wow, who would have thought that Steve is a dirty, crazy pasta lover?
Oh yeah. Now this is probably a bit much for young ears, so we'll see what makes it through the censor. But I heard he was getting wheels, and
not the wheels.
Oh yeah. That's ridiculous. I know that a weatherman likes to do that, but we probably shouldn't be sharing that sort of illicit information about his favorite pasta shapes on the internet. I mean, we got to protect his identity too. That's an attack on his character. Also, I have just in that Steve is his second favorite pasta shape, Eric, linguine. Yeah.
Okay. Linguine's all right as long as you didn't say me.
Whoa! Oh my God, Eric!
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh my! Wow!
Oh jeez, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do a few Hail Marys for that one. I'm sorry, everyone.
That wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So anyway, he's into some bad stuff. What do we suggest that Seth can do to get back at him for moving his porch over to his deck and then replacing Seth's old porch with Steve's older but newer and bigger porch?
Yeah, so obviously Steve crossed the line. Like you don't go around mess with someone's property and beautiful decks like that. I mean, that's just like it's rude,
yeah, exactly. You don't just replace someone's deck with hand-stained staircases made out of cherry. I mean, come on.
And I mean, it also just like invalidates Seth's time. Like that's just so rude. So talking about how terrible it is to invalidate someone's time and sort of mess with their property, I think that Steve should go out, tear down all the walls in one of Steve's room, and install just clocks everywhere. But the clocks are a little off, so they aren't the right time. It sort of as a way to invalidate his time, maybe.
Eric, that gives me the greatest idea. In
Okay.
addition to setting all of the clocks in Steve's kitchen to slightly different times and then buying him 10 more clocks for his kitchen,
Yeah,
you
obviously.
also need to mess with Steve's time management by replacing all of the quick 2-minute oats he just bought with quick 1-minute oats. So he's
No.
going to overmush his oats.
No. Oh,
I
dear
mean,
God.
whew.
Wait a minute. Taking this one step further, guess what else he can do? Mainly to his pasta.
Uh-huh.
Take his dehydrated pasta and replace it with fresh homemade pasta, so it cooks
Oh,
faster.
that's mean. That's mean, Eric.
Isn't that devious, might I say?
Oh yeah. That's just criminal. And on top of that, we already know that Steve's a pasta freak. So do you go traditional pasta shapes or do you get even wackier?
No, I don't think that we should sponsor his habit, his sort of dastardly and terrible choice in pasta shapes. I think he should stick to the OGs.
So you're telling me is tax for Satanists, far is much too far, and Pajiri is just plain devil stuff.
I'm talking uncrimped lasagna noodles, man.
Ooh.
Just like it doesn't even have the wave on the outside. He just gets a sheet of pasta, and that's all he gets.
Raviolis, but tortellinis are too far.
I mean, ravioli, I can get behind. It's a little spicy, but it's not. Oh gosh, oh, I can't even. It's not gonna come out of my mouth. That's for sure. Tortellini. No, whoa, I got close there, but no way.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Eric. The only thing worse than a tortellini is an appetiti. Okay.
Oh, Alex, stop it with this.
All right.
I mean,
good thing
if our good Italian friends out there, I know they're rolling over in their graves and or beds or wherever they are right now because they are hearing this sacrilegious stuff coming out of our mouths.
That's true.
And
that's true.
It's yikes. Yeah, no, Steve has been doing some crazy things in the kitchen. And
so replace his oatmeal with
yep,
with faster oatmeal and his pasta with fresh handmade pasta so that it cooks way too fast, and then change all his clocks in order to let him
clocks, then also install maybe like 20 to 30 extra ones. Just
yeah, exactly.
everywhere.
You're gonna want to install 40 to 50 new clocks in his kitchen.
So if he has anything under let's say 70 to 80 clocks, that's gonna be you wouldn't have done it right. So
exactly, Eric, I agree. It's got to be at least 90 to 95 clocks.
Exactly. So Seth, I want you to go out and get like 120 to 130 clocks and just install them in Steve's kitchen.
Yeah,
After you, of course, you get the pasta and the Quaker oats.
Yep.
Not Quaker oats.
Not Quaker oats.
No. Not Quick Oats and not Quaker Oats. I'm talking Quaker Oats, okay?
Exactly.
And so then you're going to install the 140 to 145 clocks in his kitchen, and I think that's perfect retribution.
That's pretty good. I think that'll do it, Eric. Wow, I'm glad we wrapped that up. Do you think we should also wrap up this podcast and thank our sponsors?
This podcast is brought to you by Clocks Emporium. If you have anywhere you need to go to buy 180 to 190 clocks, come on in.
This podcast is brought to you by the Dewey Brothers Podcast Planetarium Portfolio and Perusal Place. Come on down and get your poems prepared and alliterations alliterated at the whatever I just said it was before.
Dewey Brothers Planetarium something. That's the one. As always, we couldn't have done it without Big Rose. They are coming out with their brand new Oktoberfest wine. That's right. It's just the normal rosé, but
with pumpkin spice. Yep, that's right. Oktoberfest is pumpkin spice rosé. It's delicious. Pairs well with a flannel. This podcast, this week, has been brought to you by Crazy Carl's cheap clocks. That's right. Get 200 to 220 clocks for crazy low prices at Crazy Carl's Clock Catastrophe Zone.
And as always, we could not have done it without our favorite our favorite sponsor ever, possibly in the world, possibly the best place you can go. Homegrown Hops. They've just come back from their mission in space, and I gotta say, these hops are out of this world.
All right, Eric, this has been Just Do It, Dewey Brothers, episode 16. That's a lot of them. Season 5 of Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Eric.
And for the love of God, man,
just send it. Also, we have one final note here. It says, sorry for the use of terrible Italian language and defiling of beautiful pasta shapes. To any children that may have been listening, we are sorry, and your parents should not be listening to this podcast with you in the room, because that's right, we're a raunchy podcast that's super poetry driven. And another disclaimer, the Just Do It brothers are not responsible for any loss of brain cells or use of the English language from listening to our podcast and our subsequent poetry.